There's no doubt that in the last 9 months, the commercial real estate markets around the country continues to show improvement across all sectors in terms of transaction volume, pricing, and capital flows both on the equity and debt side. Do you see this trend continuing through this year and into next? And what impact will this have on the overall pricing and transaction volume that we're seeing in the marketplace?
I would say the likelihood of that trend of too much money chasing deals is going to continue. I remember giving speeches back in 2007 saying we were all wondering how prices.
Gateway assets were the first to rebound. You had a lot of government stimulus that basically fed the pretended, there was really no pressure on banks, whether they were large banks or small banks, to move assets. So there was limited distressed asset sales.
So how do you reconcile the relatively poor fundamentals with the high prices?
Commercial real estate at large, and then within that there's multifamily. And they really are almost two different worlds. And I agree that pricing is high and the result of too few deals. I don't know if it's too much money chasing too few deals.
The deal flow from the properties that have been sold, taking a look at the bids from people who have bought properties in the last year, it seems that into 2009, 2010, they had much higher IRR expectations than we have today.
Right, and I think that the word perceived is really important, right? So think about who's been able to raise capital and therefore who's been investing capital. The REITs, obviously. Open-end core funds have been quite active in terms of being able to, everyone's got a long queue of capital to get in. 3 years ago, everyone had a long queue of capital trying to get out, right?
Core investing now getting done at 4.5%, 5% cap rates is probably riskier than buying assets that you can buy at a higher yield.
Do you see out there with respect to this multi-billion-dollar pile of distressed assets and loans?
A little bit more of I won't call it a dump, but more of a release of the dam, so to speak, and some assets flowing a little bit higher in capacity than they've been. And the servicers are the same way. The last 6 weeks have been very active for all the servicers between auctions and just unloading deals.